What's up, Internet? It's Dylan Alexander. This one is titled Men Need to Be More Selfish. Yes, you watching this, as a man especially, should prioritize your needs above everyone else's. What's wrong with that? I know this world makes it seem like that's a bad thing for men to be selfish, putting themselves first, right? When in actuality, that's a totally natural thing to do as a human being, honestly. Everybody should be putting themselves first. And there's a lot of people that do put themselves first and they thrive in this world. Have you ever noticed that the people that put other people in front of them tend to suffer out here? I've noticed it, and I refuse to let that be me. And I'm just putting this video out to remind you to not let that be you. Because the concept of letting your cup runneth over is very real. I believe it's in the Bible as well. And it's the truth, man. You have to let your cup overflow first so you can then let the extra flow into other people's cups. It's the countless classic story of the person that's so giving and so attentive to other people's needs that eventually you look at your bank account, you look at what you have to offer, and it's empty. Your pockets are dry, and it's no worse feeling in the world. And I'm guilty of it. I've done it in my past. Even with family members, I've given plenty. When I was up, my money was nice, and I guess people in my family caught wind of that, and next thing you know, I'm getting asked to borrow pretty big chunks of money, and this is years ago, and I'm still haven't been paid back for these things. And it's amazing how human nature kicks in, no matter if it's blood or close friends or what have you. You know, people that take, they oftentimes will keep taking and take some more and more if you offer it. If you keep offering, they'll keep taking. And takers have no limits. They're like they're like an endless abyss that just will swallow up whatever you have to offer with no regards for what you need, with no regards for what you have going on in your life. And they'll just take and take, and next thing you know, you're left dry. And I'm just here to remind you, man, that you got to be careful out here. No matter who it is, people will take from you, especially as men. You know, we're taught that we're the providers out here, and you know, to an extent that's true, but providing is not just financial. Providing is deeper. Providing is being able to provide guidance and your endless wisdom as a man that should be educated in some regard and that has experience to pull from. That's a form of providing that people can use for you. And, you know, I think as men, we have a lot to offer more than just our finances, but we're taught that that's the main thing that we're good for. A lot of men, sad to say, don't feel like they're worth anything if they don't have a big old bank account and a bunch of assets, which, of course, I do recommend all men to strive for great financial success and have a bunch of material items to pull from and have that big safety net. But at the same time, you know, life is full of wisdom that you can gain, and you can be a great resource for people just based on your knowledge alone and your experience, right? So, hey man, if you got a lot of experience to give, hey, you have a lot of things to offer the world. And I'm here to just let you know that you need to be given that in some regard. But the point of this whole video, man, is really just to understand that it's fine to be selfish. You know, a lot of women are very good at being selfish. and they don't feel bad about it at all. And it comes second nature to them. They're taught that, that you should be looking for stuff. You should be looking for what a man has to offer. A man has to come to the table with something, right? That's a big thing. What do you bring to the table? Right? That's a big talking point for women. And the funny thing is, when we say, okay, sure, I bring X, Y, and Z to the table, and then we ask them, hey, by the way, I'm bringing this. What are you bringing to the table? Because I'm bringing a whole lot as a man. I'm bringing a whole bunch of stuff. I got a list of things. What do you have? And isn't it funny how when you ask that question to most women, don't they most times get defensive? Isn't that ironic? Yes, it is very ironic. And unfortunately, it's ironic because a lot of us men don't really ask for too much because we're not selfish enough. It's something to think about, something to really consider. Listen, man, when you got a lot of game, man, you really see the world differently. And a lot of times you flip the script. You ask questions. You ask why. Why do we do the things we do? Why do we behave the way we behave? Right? Why is it that men have to bring so much to the table, and still when a man asks a woman what she brings to the table, suddenly she wants to label the man as sassy, or she gets an attitude and it's not fair, and why would you ask that? But it's nothing wrong with asking that question. I think it's perfectly fair as a human being to get some reciprocation around here, right? Relationships shouldn't be one-sided out here. Okay, unless you just want to be used and abused, you want to have no backbone in your life. You don't want to stand up for yourself. You want to be a sucker like most of society out here. Then have at it. Do what the program tells you to do. But I'm just here to let you know it's perfectly fine to be selfish and have demands and have expectations and have big old giant standards about yourself, huh? I'm here to let you know it's perfectly fine. And sure, it might take you a while to find a worthwhile woman to match and meet those standards, which is why myself, I definitely am taking my time when it comes to a quality woman because my standards are ginormous. And they're so ginormous to the fact where I feel like I need multiple women in order to really get, what many men back in the day would have got from one woman. I need like many women in order to get that same amount of value. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm fine with where I'm at. My life is cool. You know, I take care of myself just fine, and we'll get what we want in life. You have to have these high standards, and that's okay. We'll get it. The universe will bless me, and it'll bless you as well if you have these high standards, man. You got to say, hey, look, this is what I want. This is what I need. A lot of people are out here single and have no kids, and there's a decline in marriages at the moment. And, I even seen recently in Valentine's Day just passed, and it seems as though a lot of women are really upset that a lot of guys are not really buying gifts like that anymore, and just shoot, I even had a chick I was talking to recently who kind of stopped talking to me. I think she just realized I'm not giving in. I'm not giving gifts. I'm not doing it because she's not bringing a whole lot of value. And that's fine. I have what I need. And if you can't give it to me, then, well, hey, I'm going to give you the bare minimum because you're giving the bare minimum too. Since we're going to play patty cake and we're going to be giving what each other can give. If it's going to be the bare minimum, then the bare minimum it'll be, right? So I say all of that to say, man, you got to be more selfish, man. You got to have these higher demands, and don't be scared to have them. Use your logic. You know, if people want to argue about it with you, just use some good old-fashioned logic and reasoning. And you can never go wrong with that, because the logic and the truth will make you free. It'll just prove itself in its own right. You just say, hey, I need this, this, and this, and you want this, this, and that. Hey, I'll bring what you want if you bring what I want. It's called negotiation, right? It's like business. If you got a business, or you maybe you work for somebody and you want a raise, you're offering a lot of value to this company, you can come to the point where you say, hey, look, I've been working for you for X amount of years. I'm providing a lot of value, and I feel like I need some kind of raise because I got these job offerings over down the street at this company that's similar. And hey, I need a bump up in salary because they're offering more as well. I mean, I want to stay with you guys, but the pay ain't making no sense. So it's a powerful position to be in when you can negotiate confidently, knowing that you deserve more. You deserve what you're asking for, and you can prove it confidently. There's no more powerful position. I do it all the time in my business when people want to make these lowball offers, and I know the value of what I'm selling is up there, and people want to try to lowball me. I just laugh. Every time I laugh, and I don't even think about their offer. I don't even consider it because I know what my thing is worth. I understand the value, and I don't budge for anything or anybody. No matter how delusional they'll be. They'll be super delusional thinking that my little offer, he'll bite. No. Try the next sucker. But this guy right here is standing firm on his offer that he knows it's worth. Step up to the plate or get lost. Period. Negotiation, baby. Stand firm, fellas. Be more selfish. Get what you want in this life. You only get one life. Maximize it. Get the most out of it. Squeeze all the juice out of it because you deserve it. All right? I hope this message smacks you in the face if you don't realize it, if you didn't really feel this before, but I hope you do now because you deserve more, man. Stand firm on what you want. All right? Appreciate y'all watching, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, man. I got more stuff on the way, and I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one as always. Peace.